What's up, people? Stop number 1, 2 miles from the house. That's how we roll. Truck full. Let's go to Colorado.
What's going on?
Driving across the great state of Kansas. Bryan, you just look good in this truck. It's like made for you.
I think his truck is making me look good.
Bingo. Let me tell you something. Kansas is long.
Very long.
And today's the day we arrive. Great state of Colorado. Honestly, I'm not sure how to say it. Colorado, I don't know. Whatever it is, that's where we're going. Been psyched up, slept about 4 hours last night. Drove all day yesterday, did 1,000 miles yesterday. Gonna knock it out today. Hey, should be a great day. Can't wait to see you people in the Elk Woods. Shoot a look at these lines going down the highway. We're pretty sure that the guy who painted these were probably intoxicated because these are a little bit,
Look at that.
little bit crooked.
Oh my gosh.
You remember what Guard Brooks said? The white lines are getting longer. I think they're getting more crooked out here in Kansas, guys. This is what's happening right now. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, look at this one right here.
Oh yeah, look at there. Wow.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh. What's up, guys? It's our first morning in Colorado. Man, the beautiful mountains. This view is fundamentally stunning. First time hunting elk. We're about to head up the mountain. Going to check out kind of what's happening on the ground to kind of see what we're going to be doing for the next few days. But man, a lot of hiking ahead of us today. Hiking back, and maybe we'll run across an elk and you guys can see it. So stick with us, see what happens. All right, guys, we went up the mountain, got to the top of the hill, hiked around up there looking for fresh sign. We saw very, very little sign and many hunters, horses and dogs. Oh my. It was a long way in, and we're coming out tonight, and we're going to kind of evaluate what we're going to do. It doesn't look like the elk sign is here. One of the things that we're hearing is staying mobile, making sure you're finding the elk. And so we're going to see what we can do. We're going to look in, if it gets colder, we may come back up here. If not, we may go to back over east from here. But yeah, first hike is in the books. We're live. We're live.
Yeah, we are.
How are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm excited about this, Josh.
I'm excited. It's been almost a year since we left Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, just so y'all know, we've been wanting to make this video for a while.
For a minute.
And it's really going to help cap off what was a crazy 24 to 48 hour period.
All right, so the last time you saw me on video, I was coming back down the mountain.
Yeah.
We had gone up.
Yep. Spent the whole afternoon.
Yeah.
Morning/afternoon.
What we didn't say is when we got to the top of the mountain, like we both were feeling really, really drained, right? And like kind of uncommonly drained. Like we knew to expect a lot from like the elevation, from the oxygen deprivation, but we both were just thinking, man, we are not prepared. Mountain is kicking our butt. And when you saw me on that video saying, I'll see you tomorrow, I didn't really believe that I was going to make it to tomorrow. There's a lot going on. I'll tell you that right now. It was tough.
Well, in one piece, when we got to the top of that ridge, we both took a break and settled down. But that's a 500-foot elevation change, which, again, for some of you hunters who've done this already, that's nothing to y'all. We're a couple of South Carolina guys who ain't never done this. And then we're going to reveal in moments part of the reason why it hit us so hard. But anyways, we get to that ridge, and we wanted to go past the top of that ridge. There's going to be a meadow. We were going to do a night hunt or evening on that back meadow.
We're night hunting with lights.
Yeah, not night hunt, but an evening hunt over the meadow, right?
Yeah.
And we literally could not continue. I'll let Josh continue.
It was tough.
Tell the story.
Tough. I mean, when we were up on the top of that mountain, we literally would sit down, and I just laid down and slept for like 5 minutes and told Bryan, I just felt so drained. I didn't know what was going on. And for weeks and weeks and weeks, we had drank nothing but water.
Yes.
We were prepared, and we knew we were hydrated. We felt like we were hydrated.
We thought we were.
We thought we were going up on that mountain. But when we couldn't walk more than 100 feet without having to sit down again, like just completely drained,
it was nuts.
We didn't know what was going on. So when I was saying in the video, hey, I hope I see you tomorrow, I really did hope I saw you tomorrow. So we get back to the camp.
Yeah.
We ate, and we ended up, a lot happened that particular night, but we.
Well, let me tell you this. So we had heard on a podcast, and I can't remember exactly which one, but we love all you podcasters out there. We listened to an elk podcast, and they said, hey, sometimes you got to know when to go in town and get a cheeseburger.
Yeah, you got to know when to go in town.
Yeah, it might be Randy Newberg and Corey, but I can't remember which one it was. One of those guys, and we're like, we're so beat it's day one, but
day one.
We're like, it's time for a cheeseburger to shake. We're so beat.
When does a cheeseburger not ever make everything better?
Exactly.
I mean, that's my whole life.
Yes, 100%.
So we did. We went into town.
You went into town, close by, thought that was going to cure it all. And the middle of the meal, I'm enjoying my meal. Josh is barely touching.
I cannot eat food. And I'm angry because I'm paying for it.
Yes.
And we're there, and I just can't explain it all. My brain wasn't working quite right.
Yeah.
I ate maybe 3 bites out of my whole meal.
Yeah.
We drove, it's 45 minutes back to the campsite.
Yeah.
We drove back, we laid down, got in the tent, and that really was the beginning of the end of the night.
There are things that the camera you will never know.
Let me tell you something. You reach a level of intimacy with a friend, and we hit that level, and we stepped over it.
Yeah.
Things got Western, and I'll say that. I thought I was going to have to, I was thinking I need to get my affairs in order. I didn't have time.
Fundamentally, he thought he was.
I thought I was
near
dying.
the end.
I thought I was dying, and there's a lot happening throughout that whole night. Let's just say, a lot.
A lot.
And I was very sick, like this way, that way, every way. By the time I got up the next morning, I knew that I was dehydrated, but I didn't know why because I had drank so much water.
Exactly.
And I told Bryan, I was like, Bryan, I know I've got to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because once I started like losing it, like my body is emptying itself of everything inside of it, everything. I was like, you don't recover from that without some kind of like IV. And so Bryan took me down to the hospital.
Yep.
And I checked in, and man, they started giving me fluids. We started researching what had happened.
And they also
told us, hey,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? And we told them like, hey, we took these certain things, certain kinds of medication to try and avoid getting sick coming up in the elevation.
Yeah.
Well, however it worked out, and we're not doctors.
No.
However it worked out for us, it did not work out well.
It was the opposite of working out.
And we both were seriously dehydrated. I was like dangerously dehydrated.
Yeah. It affected me differently. I've never, and I know guys, we don't do a lot of hiking, but I've done some hiking and my feet felt like they were going to explode. And the rest of the time we were in there for the rest of that week, they never hurt again. So even that I think was some kind of indication that my body was off.
Yeah.
But he got hit the worst.
And we just didn't know what we were doing.
No,
and
didn't have a clue.
We thought we were prepared. We were not. And ended up in the hospital, ended up with 2 bags of fluid going in. And man, we got out and they said, you can go back up on the mountain, but it could kill you. And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe we should try it. And so they said at least stay down here at this elevation for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So that forced us to find a motel room in this little town.
The only motel room
the
left.
only motel room left in the whole town. They rent that room by the hour, by the way. The rewards program was not what you would think.
Yes,
and
for sure.
we ended up staying in this little place. It was the best thing ever. And we slept straight through. Well, Bryan has to go back up the mountain.
So we get out of the hospital, we get the motel room, get some food. I drop him off, let him sleep. I'm back up the mountain because our camp is still set up. The whole thing. And I have to break it down because we knew we were probably not going to hunt there. Well, we knew we were going to, not that night, but we just couldn't leave everything set up. No. We needed to break it down.
Yeah. So Bryan drives all the way back, which was about an hour drive back up the mountain. And he goes back up there, packs up everything, brings it back in the truck. We stay the night, and we ate pretty good food that night.
We did.
Because by that time we thought, I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, not today. So I'm telling you, day one, I'll tell you this, it was a wild ride.
Yeah.
And I've never gone from feeling so bad to feeling absolutely great just in a matter of a few hours. Not just showing how dehydrated I was. I don't know if it's an interaction with some of the medication. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I do know we will not do that same thing again this coming year. We're just a couple months out from leaving again, getting ready, prepping, working out, exercising, shooting the bow every day, like doing all this stuff. So we're going to try to be as ready as we can.
Yeah, we're going to be hopefully much better this year. But part of the reason we wanted to record this is because, listen, that really was our first time going after elk in Colorado. And some of you are just like us. And some of you just really want to laugh at us. And that's okay. We don't mind that.
You should.
You should really laugh at 2 crazy South Carolina guys.
That's right.
That didn't have a clue what they were doing, going chasing an elk hunting dream. But we want to do that. Like, we're just guys. Like, we're not going to pretend, but we wanted to pursue it. And we're going to still pursue it.
Yeah.
You know, but we wanted to tell y'all, hey, this is our experience. And we wanted to give you some insight. So
when I was a kid, I remember my mom always talking about things that she hoped to do. And there were so many things that I feel like she could have done, but just never actually pulled the trigger on. And I don't know if that's healthy, if that's not healthy, but as an adult, I don't know. I feel like I've got this thing inside of me that when I dream about something, I'm going to do all I can to make it happen. So the win for me was we flipping did it.
Yeah.
Like we went.
Even though he almost died, we
nearly died, and we came back home. Those were the three. Those were the wins, right? So
100%.
They're like the experience is the win. We were like not dying was a big win. So we pulled it off.
Yeah.
I do love though, just the thought about like this kind of hunting. Like we don't know how long we're going to be able to do this. We don't know how long that this kind of hunting will be open for guys from the east.
Yeah.
We want to be part of the solution for guys being able to hunt out there, not part of the problem. So we try to do things the right way and try to be really respectful
100%.
of the locals, of the state, of the rules, and we really care about those kinds of things. So we're pumped for this coming year. We learned a lot. We got a lot of new things coming, and hey, thanks for checking this out, man. You probably shouldn't like or subscribe. I don't know why you would, but if you do, we'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, and just to let you know, that some more of this coming up. So this is kind of the bookend for our first episode. Obviously, you're watching it. We're going to get into the rest of the hunt for those days. Then we're going to eventually we're going to get into breaking down some pack things, some other things that we learned e-scouting wise. All kind of stuff's coming, but we just felt like we had to do this today, just to give you some insight into why there's not that much video for the first day of our hunt in Colorado.
Thanks for checking it out, guys.
Join the syndicate.